In this episode, I'm going to be talking about advanced time-lapse techniques and motion control heads.
Adorama TV presents Getting the Shot with Corey Rich.
Hi, I'm Corey Rich, and you're watching Adorama TV. Adorama is the place that I buy all things photo and video related. In this tech tip, I'm going to be talking about advanced time-lapse techniques. Now, if you're interested in the fundamentals of time-lapse photography, this is not the video for you. You're going to want to go back to Adorama TV and look for my tech tip, which was entitled Time-Lapse Basics. Today, we're going to kind of take the next step or a deeper dive into upping your game while shooting a time-lapse. And the way to do that, of course, is to get the camera moving while time-lapsing, right? You're adding another layer, sort of some icing to the cake. The most basic way to create motion in your time-lapse is, of course, to strap your camera to a moving device. For example, your car, your bicycle, your motorcycle. But that's not a very measurable device. It's a device that's pretty hard to control if you want precision or an extended length of time in a specific location, a single location. In this situation, I want to shoot for 2 hours before the sun sets until 2 hours after the sun has set. So 4 hours total. I want to show a transition from day to night. So you need a slider, you need a motor that actually moves your camera across that track, and depending on if you're doing long exposures or short exposures, you may or may not need a more advanced drive system or motor system that allows the camera to stop each time you take that long exposure. Now, there's two ways to set it up on tripods. If you need the camera slightly higher, you put it on tripods, or if you really need massive adjustment, it's on two uneven rocks. If you want it low to the ground, you can just use the outriggers or the little feet that come with the slider, and you can just put it on the rocks. The next step is you add two more axes, which would be your pan and tilt. A little known fact that's unclear usually when you buy your slider and your motor is it typically does not work to mount your camera directly to the slider. You want some flexibility. And so a Manfrotto ball head will do exactly that for you, or any ball head that allows you to then fine-tune the positioning of your camera. So that's by adding a motion control head. Like sliders and like motors, there's a lot of options in the marketplace. For me, the Kessler second shooter and Kessler stealth slider is my choice. It's an amazing product, performs at a professional level, great for the price point. So that's my choice. That's what we're going to be looking at today. The Kessler interface allows me to control the duration at which the camera moves across the track and the positioning of all three axes during that time lapse. Don't limit yourself to only thinking horizontally in terms of using the slider. If you can intentionally set this thing up at an angle, you can be at 45 degrees, you can certainly be off canter. It doesn't have to be level, but make it intentional. Don't do it by accident where the horizon line is changing. You can also use your slider in a vertical environment. So the camera, here's your slider, and the camera can start at the bottom, go to the top, or from top to bottom. So be open-minded, use your slider in the way that is most valuable to you when you're shooting these motion-controlled time lapses. Bottom line, any movement that you create, whether it's in a video shot or whether it's a time-lapse movement, it should be motivated by an idea or a concept. In my next tech tip, we're going to take even a deeper dive, and I'm actually going to set up this Kessler slider behind me and walk you through just the real basics and more the principle of using a 3-axis motion control head to shoot a day-to-night time lapse here in Lake Tahoe, California. So tune in next time. Thanks for listening. I'm Corey Rich, and you're watching Adorama TV. If you're not following us on our YouTube channel, you should, because there's all kinds of free content just like this. Be sure to check out Adorama's contests. There are all kinds of cool stuff that you can win.
Do you want great-looking prints at low cost? Be sure to visit our easy-to-use online printing service. Adorama Pix has professionals who treat your images with the utmost care that you can count on. For a quick turnaround on photos, cards, or albums, use AdoramaPix.com.